All right, I have a very disturbing revelation, but yet a true one. I believe that it has been revealed to me through a dream and also revelation. This public announcement, and it's very unfortunate. It's very sad, but however, it's true, and it may not be true, but I have very strong evidence and revelation that it is going to be true, and that is Michael Edwards of the Hebrew War Machine will no longer be with us within 6 months. Yes. Unfortunately, he has crossed the line, so to say, in terms of his actions in the universe that's built upon Ma'at is going to balance itself out and remove him from amongst the people. And it can't be stopped now, even by any regular human force. And I'm not saying I will have anything to do with this, nor am I celebrating his death. But unfortunately, the brother has brought it on himself. He has not studied the wisdom in the book that he studies. Unfortunately, Michael Edwards of the Hebrew War Machine will meet his death within the next 6 months. I will have nothing to do with this. Fortunately, he has disrupted some forces and people who can't be stopped. Human and inhuman. This goes beyond the regular people he has defended. There's others that have not taken a liking to what he's doing, and also the universal force of balance has decreed this upon him. And this is kind of like, just to give a short early eulogy, I think the brother did have a lot of mental issues. He was dealing with some things that's beyond our knowledge of knowing. But I think he, at some point, did believe he might have been doing the right thing. But because of misinterpretation, along with whatever else affected this brother, he turned out to be a very sick man who dug his own grave. So if you are someone who is close to him or likes him or has some camaraderie with him, I would get to know him very well within the last 6 months. Speak to him as much as you can. You know, converse with him and enjoy the last 6 months of his life on earth, because he is not going to be around. Now, there's another person named LaRon Campbell who I've been informed by the high priestess. She was unhappy with some of his actions. There was nothing I could do about it, but there's been a curse placed on LaRon Campbell. He has endangered his family, his wives and children. Within the next year or so, this man and his family will begin to suffer very unfortunate situations. Him, his wives, and his children will continuously begin to suffer from illness, financial loss, freak accidents, things, just everything to make his life uncomfortable. His wife is going to be involved in, other affairs within the next year. Now, I had nothing to do with this curse. Now, I can't really say anything about this. I was just contacted after the brother was going through, disrespecting me often. I was having, I kind of rubbed him off. You know what I'm saying? Although he was crossing the line. So, this is others who've contacted me, that's these are high ranking priest and priestess of, the voodoo tradition, so this is what they tell me. So this is, I had nothing to really do with this. I did not try to stop them either, but they told me this is what they was going to do. And the only way that LaRon, and also those who were associated with him in his disrespect, they have their images and voices, and they've captured them all, and they're also going to suffer the same fate as LaRon Campbell, such as Alvin, um, that guy who's associated with him, the little guy Wayne who took part in the video, the dude Kevin who calls himself Yahweh, his family, his children, his wives will also suffer this within the next year, and everyone who took part in, unfortunately, under LaRon Campbell's umbrella. Now, this is what they tell me. Once these things start happening, the only way you'll be able to get out of this is if you publicly apologize, and each one of you will have to pay me at least $1,000 to break this curse. Now, it may sound crazy. Like I said, I didn't do it. I didn't put it together. But, these people that spoke to me don't seem like they're a joke. They're not like your, people on television that you see. So some of you know how these things work and how things work in the spiritual world. So what I suggest is that y'all better be filled with the Holy Spirit that you say. Because if you're slipping, man, y'all are in trouble, man. And there's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do about the inevitable death of Michael Edwards within the next 6 months. There's nothing I can do about LaRon Campbell's, Kevin, Wayne, and Alvin's, and also Basim. I almost forgot that your families, wives, children, and close one will be affected. That I had nothing to do with that. That's something that, I guess you'll have to deal with in the spiritual realm. Say your prayers, but this is what I've been informed. So, you can either take your chances and believe. I hope get right, because obviously y'all not been living pure, so you might not have the protection you think you have. But either way, the way this stuff's work, y'all are ignorant of it, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so you can either pay the $1,000 and make it a public apology, or you can take that fight on. But remember, that fight is not with me. These are some very powerful people. Everything you fear is what they are, and they have put it on you. Your pictures are on the internet, your voices, these are pieces of your soul. So, fortunately, I had to just make that announcement, because if some of the stuff comes true, obviously, then you'll know it wasn't lies. I have nothing to... My hands have personally done none of this stuff. This is all, in terms of Michael Edwards, there's both sides. He's interrupted certain spiritual forces. He's spoken against certain people that have a lot of ties to other people, physically and spiritually. And so, unfortunately, I don't think there's no chance for him. But in terms of LaRon Campbell, Kevin, Alvin, Basim, and Wayne, and others that may have been associated, they may have a chance if they paid $1,000 and make the public apology. But Mike, he disrespected some of the high priests. He disrespected some people he didn't even know that just connected to, just basically, street nigga shit. He's not aware of who he's offended. So he got two sides to deal with this horrible, the spiritual and the physical. But in terms of the other guys, you guys have a chance, It's up to you in terms of how you take it. But your wives, family, and children are, unfortunately got to catch some of the stuff that you've caused. So good luck with that. And y'all have a nice day, and I wish you the best.